Who are we that so much should converge on our little deaths?
It's nothing personal, purely a matter of practicality. Look at it from a social point of view. For as long as you or I can remember, we have known people to be one of two ways. The details may vary from person to person, the people may be from different families and different places, but each was either a man or a woman as determined by their birth. It has always been that way. It would be presumptuous of us to interfere with the designs of fate or even of kings. I think we'd all be advised to leave well alone. After all, old ways are the best ways, don't you think? Just follow the script. Act natural.
All that, the script, the natural, preceded us. We are presented with alternatives. Why should it be so wrong to choose them?
Alternatives? To what? The perfectly normal lives of perfectly average people? As if they're constrained somehow, as if there's any reason for one to choose to be like you if given the option? Don't delude yourself. There are no alternatives to the innate, so why fight so furiously against it?
There is no guarantee of the innate. For some of us, it is performance. For others, patronage. They're two sides of the same coin, or, being as there are so many of us, the same side of two coins. For all its inconsistencies and discrepancies, manipulations and falsities, how can one earnestly claim there to be an innate at all?
Says the outlier. Personally, I have felt no inclination towards the overturning of the understood.
What makes your subjective experience superior? Surely we can be reliable narrators of our own. Doesn't that carry more plausibility than that, which is just created to be an antithesis? Don't you discriminate at all?
What is your contradiction but a desperate cry for distinction? What is your feeble voice in millions to make such claim? You're nobody special.
But for God's sake, what are we supposed to do? Allow ourselves to be offered as some sort of sick sacrifice to the hunger of fear, discomfort? Is it really as simple as a sense of distaste that did it? Is there some unwritten criminality in offending the sensibilities of the masses? We've done nothing wrong. We didn't harm anyone, did we? We've done nothing wrong. And yet they're coming at us from all sides. The passive and the active alike. Again and again we run and scream down our apartment-lined streets. But no concerned faces emerge from those long doors. And it is more likely than not that those few lighted windows go dark as we pass.
I was sure I'd left some money on the other side of town. I met a hurdy-gurdy man with a monkey collecting change, and his fingers grasped so tightly I was sure that they would break. He said, I am not your enemy. I hope we can be friends. It's a tall, narrow gate that we all pass.
See? Not a move.
Don't you ever tire of playing the role of the victim? No one forced you to take on this path, yet you squabble endlessly over what could only be natural consequences. The rest of society seems to understand perfectly what you and your kind reject as false causality. I mean, really, when was the last time you read about the plight of transsexuals and felt surprised? Not just offended, as you may be, but surprised. After the first 10 times or so, after the shock is worn off, even you would be able to recognize the pattern at work. Is it such a wonder that something so out of sync with the nature of humanity is cast aside? You don't see me taking to the streets for every poor fool who thinks he's been wronged because he can't be helped in his quest to defy his very creator. Look, a man sees a unicorn cross his path and disappear. My God, says the second man, I must be dreaming. at which point a dimension is added that makes the experience as alarming as it will ever be. A third witness, you understand, adds no further dimension but only spreads it thinner, and a fourth thinner still. And the more witnesses there are, the thinner it gets, and the more reasonable it becomes until it is as thin as reality. Look, recites the crowd, a horse with an arrow in its forehead. It must have been mistaken for a deer. Eventually, people grow tired of the emotionality of injustice. Eventually, it all fades into static.
Into inaction. I want to go home.
To what?
Home. Home with people, home in my surroundings, in my own body. Just a stable ground of contentment, of fulfillment.
Yet again, you reject the home provided to you, the comfort of instinct, of fate. For someone like you, the only natural beginning is birth. The only end is death.
How am I supposed to take that?
I'll repeat myself only once. It's nothing personal. There's simply a design at work. Everyone who is marked for death dies.
Marked? What have we done to earn a mark? We're nobody special, just as anybody else is nobody special. Beyond the confines of this pitiful show, there are men tearing the world apart. Mauling and raping and consuming anything within reach just for the hell of it. Just for the sweet gratification of having. Just for the satisfying crunch of bones beneath patent leather boots. There are men trading lives like children do candy. And yet we are the ones marked for death? Who decides?
Decides? It is written.
That's it then? Is it? Is that all we can do? Die?
What a limited view. Think of the men keeping order. They kill beautifully.
No, there's nothing beautiful about death. It's just a man failing to reappear. That's all. Now you see him, now you don't. An exit, unobtrusive and unannounced. A disappearance, gathering weight as it goes on and on until finally it is heavy with death. We're doomed to coagulate into the sagging tangle of the world's bloody train as it marches towards the pulpit, praying some sympathetic soul in the pews will object to the trail of viscera smeared down the aisle.
I see not even the sanctity of marriage can be spared from your unnatural drivel. Truly, we're only trying to help. I'm certain you'd find yourself content once you'd accepted the role of your birth. Everyone finds themselves longing for something they can't have, but they learn to live with it.
A life so dishonest would be like living in a coffin.
Life in a box is better than no life at all, I expect.
But some nights, when I was working late at the movie theater, I found myself wondering, what if she was right? What if she had been telling the truth?
That could hardly be called life.
What if I really was someone else? Someone beautiful and powerful? Someone buried alive and suffocating to death? Very far away on the other side of a television screen.
You'd spend the entirety of it thinking, well, at least I'm not dead. In a minute, someone's going to bang on the lid and tell me to come out. Hey you, what's your name? Come out of there. But no one would come. They don't care. We count for nothing. We could remain silent till we're green in the face and they wouldn't come.
I'm beginning to grow tired of this. The sun's going down. It'll be night soon.
Does one have to die just because someone else has decided that he should? Perhaps following the script wouldn't be so bad. I'll keep one eye open and an ear cocked, and I'll tread warily, follow instructions. I know my creator well enough. I'll dress like him, wear my hair and voice like him, walk like him, make it such that he will look into his own reflection and see my face staring back. We'll get by that way. Times being what they are.
What are they?
Indifferent.
How do you know?
What was that? It sounded familiar, like music. I thought I heard music. Music, like hope, like love. Don't you hear music?
What do your parents think when they look at you? Do they recognize the child they work so hard to construct?
Didn't you know him?
I hardly knew him.
He's changed.
Transformed.
Inside and out.
He's dead as far as we're concerned.
We all drift down time clutching at straws. We might as well all be dead. I mean, if being dead is to be so unknown, are we not dead already? Is it really only the shallow, bare parameters of staunch naivete that makes us alive to begin with? Dead to some and alive to others, what cruel game should leave us so conflicted?
Nature's not cruel, just unsympathetic to those who defy it.
You want to see defiance? I could jump over the edge before you or any of them get the chance to push me. That would put a spoke in their wheel, don't you think?
Unless they're counting on it.
I can't live, I can't die. What options do I have left? Consistency is all I ask.
Give us this day our daily mask.
It's getting dark. Can I go now? Is that all?
Are you happy?
What?
Content? At ease?
Yeah, I suppose so.
If you're not even happy, what's so good about surviving? What's so good about the feeble joys that you cling to? How do you know that this silver-lined misery is a better substitute than an unknowable end-all, than the very bottom of everything?
I mean, we've come this far.
We must talk in every telephone, get eaten off the web. We must rip out all the epilogues from the books that we have read. Into the face of every criminal strapped firmly to a chair. We must stare, we must stare, we must stare. We must take all of the medicines, too expensive now to sell. Set fire to the preacher who is promising us hell. Into the ear of every anarchist that sleeps but doesn't dream. We must sing, we must sing, we must sing.
There's life in me yet. There must have been a moment at the beginning, but somehow we missed it.
You can let it all go. You can let it all go. This ain't shit free, but falling out. That shit's easy, let me show you how.
We'll know better next time, I think. Who are we that so much should converge on our little deaths?
On my phone, trying not to feel forlorn. Ships passing in the night, sailing under different skies. A tale as ancient as the hills. Wish the world would just stay still.